In our last episode, we built this cute monastery right at the back of our city. We have a full monastery, there's everything here. There is some monks' quarter, some nuns' quarter. We have a cafeteria, we have a kitchen, we have a warehouse, we have a place for pilgrims to rest, we have even a church. Everything is there. And there's of course some productions on site, like we're making honey, berries, vegetables, etc. Don't hesitate to check in the video description below if you want to see this previous episode. The only thing I have added over here is an emissary office, so similar to your bailiff and the captain's office, or whatever it's called. I forgot how it's called. The royal courtier. Right, we have now a monastic emissary, so we are able to do a couple of mandates. For example, we can welcome some new novices, we can do some edicts or privileges, right, and much more. I have also unlocked a couple of new productions, especially on this corner here. We have unlocked, for example, the candle making. I'm going to show you, and even the candle making improvement. Similarly, we've also unlocked the improvement for the commonwealth. That's good. A couple of decorations, high-level decorations for sure. The tier 3 for the final edict, so that is good. There is still a couple that we need to do over here. And as you can see, we have tons of money, both in terms of the treasury. Treasury is bigger than before, but most importantly, our coin tendency. We're making tons of money each month by doing some trading, and by doing trading smart. Now, there's also a way to completely break the game with this. I'm not gonna use that, but I'll explain to it, and I'll show you how you can do it in a more realistic way too. So before we talk about this though, let me show you that the city at the bottom over here, right, the bottom of the hill, if you're just joining us on this series, we have our main town over here, and then we created this small town at the bottom of the hill that then leads into the monastery. Now this town is not so small anymore, as you can see. We have quite a few more houses, and we've also started to upgrade many of the houses. Not only in density, but also in quality. Many of them are medium quality. They have commoners in them. And for that, we've had to expand the market and also provide a couple of other services. We used to have already before, a watch post. The watch post is still there. We've put a couple more people in there, but we've also made a couple of other buildings. We have an extension of the treasury over here. I used some of the new buildings we got access to make a treasury over here, or a treasury extension, 600 to be precise. This is also giving, by the way, passive light fortification. So I'm not even sure I need this one anymore, but that's okay. Better to have 2 than 0. This one is not upgraded though. It's not getting good patrol coverage. Okay, let me just double check that quickly while we are here. Yeah, it seems pretty low, but it is going there, but maybe it's just that I need one more patrol then. Let's make sure we cover it well. And maybe let's add one. I'm sure we have a couple of unemployed people. Yeah, very close. It's better for it to be commoner actually. So maybe we should upgrade also that person. Let's see. I always tend to check just the house where it is in case I made a mistake. Oh, it's already a commoner. Damn. Now I've put a citizen. That is bad. We'll survive. Worst case, they leave. Mission success. We got some kingdom influence. 3 of them were hurt, but at least it was a success. So if we want, we can send them back after maybe they get, they're not wanted anymore. But yeah, I do have 2 armies now, not just one. Let me show you over here. We have 10 combatants instead of 5 into 2. Anyway, as I was saying, we have a treasury over here, but we will also build here a new tax office with only 1 tax collector. Actually, I should move the citizen over here because tax collectors like to be citizens. So let's see, where are you here? You're going to move there. Yeah. So those tax collectors, as I said, they like to be citizens, and yeah, I mentioned in the previous episode, we have some tax collectors over here, but that's pretty far for them to walk all the way down, right? So best for us to just have some also at the bottom. And then that's not all, right? We've also put over here, we have a public lounge, a new tavern that comes with a service counter that is not selling beer, it's actually selling berry brew, because we also started to make some berry brew in the back of the tavern. This is using berries and water to make berry brew. So that's another services to make sure my commoners are happy. And we have also built a small, cute church. It's really not a big one. If we look at how many, this is only for 33 people, but it's better than nothing. And again, the key point is this way, my people over here, they don't have to walk all the way there all the time. They can also spend their time in their small piece of land here. I did also, as I said, make a lot more commoners. In particular, you may remember that for the cheesemaker, it's better to have commoners. So now we have 2 cheesemakers that are at 100% productivity. I'm still not making a lot of cheese. Honestly, I don't know what's happening with cheese. It feels like again, I have 2 cheesemakers. I have like 5 dairy farms working at full speed, and I'm still not making enough. Feels of balancing issues, but anyway, it's fine. My people are happy, right? You can see average happiness 80%, and it's mostly because I'm taxing them, right? So most of them are getting everything that they need. And then in the back here, we have a completely new production. Starts not so new because it starts with, an iron mining camp. It starts with a charcoal hut going into, an iron smelter to make some iron. So far, so good, nothing new. But then it goes into something definitely new, the candle workshop. It's gonna take 1 iron, it's gonna take 2 works, and it's gonna make some candles. Actually, it says that you also take tools, but I'm not seeing any tools here, so I think this is a mistake. I think it's just iron and wax to make the candles, and with this, yeah, we've started to make some. As you can see, 91. I'm not actually sending them to people or selling them, sorry. So yeah, I'm not making that much, it seems. And it seems that it's because we're missing some iron. But my iron production, there is only 1 person, so maybe we add another one. Let's go. She's close by and she's already a commoner, so that's perfect. Right. We have 100%. We may need some more iron, but I already have 2 iron mines mining camp with full number of people. So anyway, that is our first new production of the day, the candles. I did add a couple of other production over here. For example, we have a stone cutter camp here. We have, a hunter's hut for the boars. We have a butchery to transform the meat or the boars into meat. So this is really, basically a second city, if you wish, where we have pretty much everything ready to go and made on site, and it goes into a big granary and also a big warehouse, right, storing many of those things. So that city is working well, pretty efficient. I'm pretty happy with it. It doesn't have citizens, except the one we just created together. But it's good commoners, they're happy, and they're close by to the monastery. Then, as I mentioned, we're starting to sell a lot more. And not just selling, but we're being smart about our selling. So let me talk about a couple of things that are critical when we are thinking about selling. First of all, remember that in your resource tab over here, F4, you can really decide, what is the limit. For example, here I'm saying sell all of the berries that are above 600, right? Or sell all of the vegetables that are above 100, etc. So we're selling quite a bit of food because I'm making tons. We're selling clothes and common wares because we're also making, more than what we need. I'm selling a bit of beer, herbs in the monastery. I didn't start to sell berry brew, but now that we have so much, I think we should. Like we saw that the production building of berry brew was full, so let's start selling some of these too. What else? Selling weapons, and I'm buying also a couple of things. By the way, you can see I'm saying buy stones when we're very low, or polish stones because it takes forever to make some. Same for the tools, it takes really long time. So if we're very low, I'm saying buy some glass and marble. We're actually not making this, so I've been buying just a bit. And yeah, selling also the spears above 50. I think I had actually like something like 150 when I started selling. So yeah, there's a lot of things that we're selling, and remember, you can really decide on the numbers. But more importantly, going into the trade routes here, remember that each of the trade routes, they have a level, and I've been upgrading them, you know, surely, slowly but surely. See, Northbury, for example, is already level 3. Middle is level 2. Davenport is level 2. Throttbury is level 3. The Kingston Abbey is already level 3. And the Castle Arbor is also level 3. And maybe you're wondering, how do you do this? Well, you need to make sure that you sell a number of resources. For example, this one, you know, to get to level 3, we're gonna need to first sell 80. I've sold 80, that's fine, this is good. So soon we're gonna be ready, you know, to upgrade these trade routes. And then to upgrade them, you're gonna need to go into your mandates. Now, to be honest, I have the sneaking suspicion that my mandates are a bit broken, some of them are missing, but for the purpose of what we're talking about here, trading, it's fine. You can see improve the Throttbury trade route. This is available over here. It's gonna take us 125 tools. Unfortunately, we only have 97 right now, so I'm gonna need to make or buy a few more. And it's gonna also take 5 turns. I'm not really sure, I think it's days, 5 days. The good thing is, you know, when you click on it, you're gonna be able to see it. I mean, actually, for example, let's do this one. Let's welcome 5 commoners. You're gonna say, right now it says in progress, and then slowly but surely, you know, this is going to become green. So you can really see it as it goes. Similarly, you know, for the trade route with the Abbey and the trade route with the Royal Court, you will find them in the Monastic Emissary and the Royal Courtier when they're ready to be upgraded, right? So this is where you upgrade it. And once you upgrade it, then you can travel, you can, you know, send more, right? You can sell more, buy more, so that's quite important. But what is even more important is your bailiff. Because your bailiff over here is going to give you a bonus. You can see my current bailiff, for example, is giving me a trade bonus of 56% with the clergy, the kingdom, and labor alliances, those villages that are aligned with this. That means I'm going to make a lot more money. For example, if we look over here at those prices, let's look, for example, at the Abbey. The Abbey, which is obviously aligned with the clergy, it says it's gonna buy for 3 gold coins 1 herbs, right? 1 herb, 3 gold coins. But now, if I go into my logs and I look at, you know, last time I sold some of them, here it is. You can see, for example, I sold 2 for 10. That means that's not, you know, 3 coins for 1. That is 5 coins for 1. Because again, I have this trade bonus increase. This can also be increased, you know, with some of these privileges, etc. But the main thing to increase it, and this is where you can really break the game, is all of the you know, elements splendor, right? So for example, all of those things over here, right, that have splendor. For this cypress is giving me 3 splendor, for example, right? This tree over here, large tree planter, is giving me 5. All of these, they're going to increase my splendor. So for example, right now my splendor is 46. Let's place a couple of trees in the back there, and that's going to increase, right? So this is going to be +5, for example. But to really show my point, we're gonna put a few. Now the problem is that this is really where the game starts to have some optimization issue, in my opinion. But still, you know, I do want to show you quickly. So we're gonna put a couple near the bailiff. So it is, for example, we're gonna move now from 46, right, to 46 plus 16, 62. So the trade bonus could be 72 now. Now to make sure that you do get the 72 though, just do this. So you click on the belief, you put it as free build, to confirm the switch. That means the current belief is going to leave. Now you do it again, you put it back as the belief office, and so now you're going to be able to put a new belief into it, right, into the belief office, and that new belief will have the 72%, right? So we can take now any of them, nominate them. Now they're gonna have a 72% price bonus. So the next time I sell some, it's not even gonna be for 5 gold, it's gonna be for even more than 5. And you know, I said you can really break the game because there's basically no limit. You could get this to 2000% if you wanted, and then you sell, you know, one berry for a crazy amount of money. Now we're not gonna do this. I think like 70%. This is already great. I mean, if we look again at my budget, you can see that last month, for example, I sold for almost 1000, and it's not a lot of things, right? Like it's 3 vegetables, 8 spears, 50 herbs, 20, a couple of berries. It's not a lot of things, but it is almost 1000, which is basically almost the same as my taxes. All right, so trading can become very lucrative. You know, you can obviously also gamify that a bit. For example, again, thinking about those herbs, instead of having, you know, just one herb garden over here. Oops, sorry about that. Instead of having just one herb garden here with a couple of brothers and sisters, I could add way more, right? I could add way more, then make tons of herbs and sell. So with this, you know, again, you can really start trading like crazy, and it's not just selling, right? You can also start buying a lot of things too. Now, what should we do next? Well, I did unlock just now the tier 3 of labor, which will give us access to a completely new building, the city market. It also gives us access to city fortification. So with that, we could have heavy, heavy density houses. We have a couple of other taxes here. It is the tax on mining. We have also the next, tier 4 privilege, labor privilege, and we have the tavern kitchen, where you can start making tavern meal for 1 boar and 1 cheese. I hate there is cheese when we don't have a lot of cheese, but we also have a lot that we still need to do in the kingdom. So I think next what we're gonna do is start making also some bows and some swords, because we haven't started to do that, as well as some provisions, right? Some war rations. We had a mission for this, and try to get, to a bigger castle. But for this also, by the way, I think we're gonna make a new castle that is going to be not on this side where we already had one. It's going to be on the other side. If we look behind the monastery, right? This is my monastery. Behind the monastery, we have this big mountain. I feel like this is a perfect site for a huge castle on top there. Don't hesitate to tell me in the comments if you disagree, or also if you want this castle to be named after you, but I feel like this is perfect for a huge castle. It also has on the side of this mountain a couple of big deposits, right? You can see those big deposits. Now these needs to be prospected, and this is what I think is bug right now in my mandates or in my game, because I don't see the prospection anymore. It has disappeared. If you know why, don't hesitate to tell me, because again, this may block my development now going forward. So don't hesitate to tell me in the comments below if you know why. Now, I know I didn't build tons of new things live together today, but as you saw, I hope we made tons of progress on the city over here. We continue to expand a bit all of the other things, right? Continue to expand many. Oh, one thing I did want to mention, sorry. If you look over here at the commonware workshop, it has a small tower. This is the improvement that you unlock. I haven't unlocked it now. You can only have 1 per building, but it says it multiplies the production by 2. So that feels like a no-brainer for sure. As soon as you can, alright, into your production tree over here. Unlock both of these and try to build them, because again, multiplying by 2 feels like a lot. So yeah, it is, ladies and gents. Again, don't hesitate to tell me in the comments below if you have any questions, photo requests, and I hope to see you next time.